Max was not like other boys his age. He often found himself lost in thought, gazing at the world with wide, curious eyes. While others rushed from one game to the next, Max seemed to move at his own pace, quietly observing everything around him. While his friends played football or video games, Max was an explorer at heart. He watched from the sidelines, not because he felt left out, but because he was drawn to something different, something wilder and more mysterious than any game could offer. Every rustle in the bushes was a mystery, every bird call a secret message waiting to be decoded. The world outside was alive with stories, and Max wanted to hear them all. He would crouch low, listening intently, hoping to catch a glimpse of a hidden animal or discover a new trail. He kept treasures, stones, feathers, leaves, in shoeboxes under his bed, trophies from his adventures. Each item had a story: a feather from a bird he'd watched for hours, a stone shaped like a heart, a leaf bigger than his hand. These were his medals, reminders of the wild places he'd explored. Max's courage was matched by his gentle heart and endless curiosity. He was the first to help a lost animal or comfort a frightened friend. His bravery wasn't loud or showy. It was quiet, steady, and always present, guiding him through every adventure. He devoured books about explorers and dreamed of discovering new worlds. Late at night, under the covers with a flashlight, he imagined himself trekking through jungles, climbing mountains, and sailing across uncharted seas. On this crisp morning, something felt different, like the world was calling him. The sunlight danced through the trees, and the air was filled with the promise of adventure. Max felt a tingling excitement, as if today was meant for something special. He packed his essentials: water, compass, apple, and his prized binoculars, carefully checking each item. Every explorer needed to be prepared, and Max took this responsibility seriously. He double-checked his backpack, making sure nothing was forgotten. Telling his mom he'd explore the woods, Max set off, heart pounding with excitement. His mother smiled, knowing her son's adventurous spirit, and waved as he disappeared down the path, ready to face whatever the day might bring. The line of trees at the meadow's edge looked both familiar and mysterious. It was a border between the known and the unknown, a gateway to adventure that Max had crossed many times in his dreams. Max had no idea he was about to begin the greatest adventure of his life. With every step into the woods, his heart beat faster, and the world seemed to open up before him, full of endless possibilities. At the wood's edge, Max spotted a hidden section behind thick ivy, pulsing with golden light and a soft, musical hum. Most would turn back, but Max's curiosity pulled him forward. He parted the ivy, revealing a narrow stone path glowing beneath a woven canopy. With a deep breath, he stepped inside. The ivy closed behind him, silencing the outside world. The air was sweet, the light magical, and the forest whispered a gentle melody. Max felt as if he'd stepped into one of his adventure books. Every sense tingled with wonder as he walked the path, eyes wide. The colors were brighter, the flowers otherworldly. He realized he'd found a secret place, hidden from the world. A huge smile spread across his face. This was his great discovery. The adventure had truly begun. The deeper Max ventured, the more magical the forest became. Trees shimmered with silver and gold, flowers glowed, and tiny orbs of light danced around him. He laughed, reaching for the playful lights, always just out of reach. Animals here were extraordinary. Deer with crystal antlers, squirrels with sunset fur, all unafraid of Max. He sat on a mossy log, captivated by the life around him. Suddenly, a fox with eagle wings emerged, chirped, and soared away. Max gasped in awe, careful not to disturb the magical creatures. He saw glowing badgers and color-changing rabbits, each corner revealing new marvels. He felt lucky to witness such wonders. This was a sanctuary, a secret world to protect. Max knew he was just a visitor, and he cherished every moment. Admiring a sparkling stream, Max heard a distressed squeak. He found a tiny silver otter trapped in thorny vines, terrified and in pain. Max approached gently, whispering soothing words. The otter calmed. Sensing Max meant no harm, he used his pocket knife to carefully cut the vines, freeing the otter's leg. The otter nuzzled Max's hand in gratitude before slipping into the stream. Max smiled, heart warmed by the rescue. Helping the otter felt more magical than anything he'd seen. He realized kindness was its own kind of adventure. The forest seemed to glow brighter around him. Max continued, feeling braver and more connected to this enchanted place. He knew every act of kindness mattered here. The adventure pressed on. Following the stream, Max felt the cool breeze on his face and listened to the gentle gurgle of water weaving through the rocks. Each step took him deeper into the heart of the forest, where sunlight danced on the rippling surface and birds called from the branches above. Suddenly, Max reached a wide river, its waters shimmering with hints of blue and gold. There, waiting in the shallows, was a massive turtle, its shell etched with glowing runes that pulsed softly like a heartbeat. The turtle's wise eyes met his, ancient and knowing, as if it had watched over this river for centuries. Max froze, feeling a strange energy in the air. Then, a deep, rumbling voice echoed in Max's mind. "Only the worthy may cross. Answer my riddle." Max listened closely, his heart pounding with excitement and a little fear. The turtle continued. "I have no voice, but I tell stories. No legs, but I take you to faraway lands. I have a spine, but no bones. What am I?" The riddle echoed in Max's mind, swirling with possibilities. He thought of his favorite adventures, the stories that had carried him to magical kingdoms, distant planets, and mysterious forests, all without ever leaving his room. The answer sparkled in his mind like sunlight on water. He remembered the hours spent traveling through stories, the feeling of pages beneath his fingers. Suddenly, he smiled, his eyes bright with realization. "A book," he answered, his voice clear and confident. The turtle's face seemed to smile, its eyes twinkling with approval and pride. "You are correct, young explorer. You are worthy," the turtle intoned, its voice now warm and welcoming. The river seemed to glow brighter, as if celebrating Max's cleverness. With a slow, graceful movement, the turtle shifted, revealing its shell as a living bridge stretching across the river. Max stepped forward, crossing carefully over the glowing runes, feeling the magic hum beneath his feet. He thanked the guardian with a grateful nod. On the other side, the path sloped upward, and the magic of the river faded into a gentle warmth. The air was filled with soft, golden light as he walked, each step making him feel lighter and more confident. He felt taller, braver, and wiser than before. The magical music that had filled the air faded away, replaced by the familiar sounds of home, birds chirping, a distant dog barking, and the gentle rustle of leaves in the breeze. Max looked around and recognized the trees and rocks. He was almost back, the adventure already turning into a treasured memory. He pushed through the thick ivy, feeling the last traces of magic slip away as sunlight broke through the leaves. With a final step, Max emerged into the bright, open meadow behind his house. The secret entrance vanished behind him, leaving only the memory of his journey and the lessons he'd learned. Max smiled, knowing he'd never forget this day, the day he solved the riddle of the river guardian and discovered the courage within himself. The sun was setting as Max returned home, shoes muddy and heart full. He replayed the day's wonders, crystal-antlered deer, winged foxes, and the grateful otter. The adventure had changed him. He felt wiser and more confident. He touched his pocket knife, proud of his courage and kindness. The magical world was gone, but its lessons remained. Max breathed in the ordinary air, feeling the magic linger inside him. He knew he'd cherish this secret forever. As he walked home, the world seemed brighter, more mysterious. He was ready for whatever adventure came next. Max, the boy with the heart of a lion, had found his place in the world. That night, Max lay in bed, the adventure replaying in his mind. The room was quiet, but his thoughts were alive with memories of the magical forest, the friends he'd made, and the mysteries he'd uncovered. Every shadow on the wall seemed to dance with possibility, and the gentle hum of the night felt like a lullaby from another world. He rummaged through his backpack, searching for something to remind him it hadn't all been a dream. His fingers brushed against something cool and smooth, a glowing stone from the enchanted path, tucked away like a secret. It pulsed with gentle golden light, proof that it was all real. The stone's warmth seemed to fill the room, casting soft patterns on the walls and making Max's heart race with excitement. Max held it tightly, a secret treasure more precious than any other. He pressed it to his chest, feeling its magic seep into his dreams, promising that the adventure would always be a part of him. From that day, he saw magic in the ordinary, spiderwebs sparkling with dew, ants marching in perfect lines, sunsets painting the sky with colors he'd never noticed before. Even the smallest things seemed to hold a secret glow. The enchanted forest had taught him to look for wonder everywhere. Max realized that adventure wasn't just in faraway places. It could be found in every leaf, every breeze, and every quiet moment if you looked closely enough. He never found the entrance again, but sometimes, on quiet evenings, he heard a faint musical whisper on the breeze. It was as if the forest was calling out to him, reminding him that its magic was never far away. Holding the stone, he felt connected to that hidden world. It was a bridge between his everyday life and the extraordinary, a reminder that he was part of something bigger and more mysterious than he'd ever imagined. Max knew the enchanted forest was safe, and he was part of its story. He carried its lessons with him, feeling braver and more curious than ever before. He was still curious and brave, but now he walked with quiet confidence. Every step he took felt lighter, as if the magic of the forest walked beside him. The world was magical, and Max was ready for his next adventure. Wherever it might lead, he knew he would always carry a piece of the enchanted forest in his heart.